Hey, what's good people? I am Travail C.W. Lynch, Mr. What, and I am your self-worth specialist. And guys, you know where you are. Come on in, take a seat, hang with me, kick it back, kick it with me. You know where you at. You are here in the I Am the Possible podcast experience, the place where possibilities become perspective. Yes. Once again, guys, and you know it. You know I'm excited, right? Because I'm always excited. Not because life is perfect, not because everything is going my way, not because the birds are singing and there's rainbows in the sky. No. I'm excited because I once again get to spend a moment with you. Guys, before we get into anything else, as we always do, let's pause for the cause. And you know what the cause is. That's you. You're the reason I do what I do. I'm so excited because I get to spend time with you, even if it's virtual, right? Even if it's audio, or if you're rocking with me on the tube, right? No matter how you're rocking with me, man, no matter how you're joining me virtually, we are connected. That's right. We can watch each other, see each other, or we can listen to one another. And that's what's so great about this world that we live in. We have many options and many ways to connect. But I want to thank you for showing up with me once again. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for your presence. Your presence, guys, is the greatest present that you could possibly give me. And I want to, before I get into anything else, pause and express gratitude, man. Express my gratitude for who and what you are. Here in the I'm the Possible universe, you know how we rock, right? You know how we get down. We believe that your existence, right? Your very existence is the evidence, right? That you are enough. That's right. You're enough for me. You're enough for God. Yeah. And come on, I'm encouraging you to be enough for yourself. Now you knock them three down, right? You're enough for me, God, and yourself. Listen, when you head out for the day today, when you head out your front door for the day, you can be built up, you can be strong, you can be, just encouraged, man, that you have already, been edified, man, right? Fortified, right? In who and what you are. And so go out there today and show the world your very best. Be your very best. Be your possible. All right, guys, let's get into it. What are we talking about today? Well, we're talking about something that I love to talk about, something that I have a little different spin on, right? You guys know I take a little different angle with things, but here in the I'm the Possible universe, we have this philosophy, man. We have a bedrock philosophy. The greatest form of self-development is self-discovery. I'll say that again for the people in the back. The greatest form of self-development is self-discovery. It's not about attaining new things, right? While that has its place, here in this universe, we specialize in deep diving, digging beneath the surface, discovering what's already there, okay? Understanding what already is, right? You guys know I am an advocate for the already, okay? And so with that in mind, today we're going to be talking about self-confidence. Self-confidence. I don't know how many people have wrote into me, emailed, mentioned it in person. People are still lacking, struggling with confidence in themselves. And we are going to debunk some of these myths and some of this foolishness out there where, many times when people are trying to encourage you, and it's really no fault of their own, right? I mean, I get it. Sometimes I can kind of come harsh, right, on some of these things because I'm so passionate about getting the truth to you, but getting you also built up from a perspective that will sustain you, right? Sustained confidence, right? Sustained, edification, right? Being sustained in, being fortified in the truth concerning you. So sometimes I can get really passionate, but the truth is we have a lot of, what we call the blind leading the blind. And so I'm not really trying to come down hard on people that have said these things. Maybe perhaps you've even found yourself saying these things because the culture has really pushed these myths and these approaches or these little techniques or strategies on how to build self-confidence. But today, I want to address some of the most common, ineffective, ego-driven attempts at cultivating and developing self-confidence. And then I want to give you, a real bona fide, time-tested, proven method of discovering, of developing, of cultivating confidence within yourself. So today, let me share it, guys. Let's go ahead and jump on in. If you are on the tube, you are watching along here. Today, I entitled this one, guys, the number one reason you don't have self-confidence. Number one reason, right? There is a reason you don't have self-confidence. But before I get into all of that, let me ask you a question. I'm go ahead and share it on the screen. Let me go to a full screen here. Let me ask you this question, okay? I've got this guy. I want you to really trust and place all your confidence in. Really believe in them, okay? That's the question, right? I'm asking that of you. I got this guy. I really want you to trust them. I want you to place all your confidence in them, right? I really want you to believe in them. But here's the catch. I'm not going to introduce them to you. I'm not going to introduce them to you. I just want you to trust them, have confidence in them, believe in them. But I'm not going to let you know who they are. I'm not going to bring them by. You ain't going to have dinner with them. We ain't going to meet up at Starbucks. But I want you to have confidence in them. Question. Would you be able to trust them? Would you be able to have confidence in them? Well, I'm going to answer that one for you because I can't hear you, but I'm going to say no. I'm going to take a guess and I'm going to say probably not, right? No. But here's my other question. Why not? Why wouldn't you trust them, right? I'm asking you to place all of your faith, confidence, right? Place all of your trust, all of your belief in them, but you're saying no. Why not? Because you don't know them, right? Right? Like that's so, right? It makes so much sense, right? You don't know them. Now, I want you to trust them. I want you to believe in them. I want you to have confidence in them, but you don't really know them. So you can't do it, can you? Well, guys, check this out. This is very common, okay? This is a no-brainer. You don't trust things or people you don't know. I mean, let's just be 100, right? When's the last time you really trusted the total stranger? When's the last time you really believed in someone or something you had never even met, seen, or heard from? You just don't do it, do you? Yes, I'm going somewhere with this. Stick with me. I'm asking you these questions, right? I'm making these points because I'm getting you to this place, right? Hopefully it's that aha moment. Hopefully it's that, that makes sense moment. Check this out, guys. Check this out. Shockingly, this is how many people are attempting to develop self-confidence. We try to trust or believe in ourselves without first learning about ourselves. Oh yeah. Newsflash, right? Think about that for a minute. I began with the question. Trust this person. Believe in this person, aka have confidence in this person. But here's the catch. Right? To all of my coming to America fans. Here is the catch. I'm not going to introduce you. You're not going to know very much about them at all. But I want you to trust them. I want you to have confidence in them. I want you to believe in them. But I don't want you to know them. Do you see where I'm going? See, many times we're trying to I need self-confidence. I want more confidence in myself. I want to be able to do the things that I dream of. I want to be able to overcome these fears. I want to be able to do this thing. I want to be this person. I want to have confidence in myself. And what the world has taught us, and I'm good, and I'm going to get into some of these things in just a moment. You have to do something, right? Now, obviously, even the thing that I'm going to share with you, in a sense, right, you have to do it. But I mean, the perspective that the world is taking is you have to do something outside of you. Like you just have to, take a certain action, but yet it's the very action that you're trying to do to get the confidence that you're not really able to do because you don't have the confidence to do it. Does that make sense? You don't have confidence. Okay, do these things. Yeah, but I can't do those things because I don't have the confidence in the first place. Okay, guys, let's just jump into this, right? Let's just jump into this. All right, check this out. If you're watching on the tube, look at this one. Here it is. This is what I want to share next. Right, got the little guy pointing his finger, right? Kind of funny little cartoon there. But the truth is, right? How much of this crap have you heard, right? And forgive me, okay, if you've used it as well, right? Because I'm probably talking to somebody out there, you've given this advice yourself. But again, you didn't know any better, right? You didn't know any better. And okay, let me pause for a moment. I come from a background of not having confidence, okay? I should have kind of led off with that. But for the first 20 plus years of my life, I didn't have any self-confidence. Right. Early on in my life, I had all of my confidence stripped from me for various reasons. Right. You guys have heard me tell the story. I was molested at an early age multiple times. I was physically abused, emotionally abused. Right. I grew up seeing my mother, right, mistreated, abused, right, by men, right, man after man. Just beaten and, cussed out and just treated like trash. Right. I was bullied because I was overweight. Right. I was bullied because I stuttered. I was alienated. Right. I was the last one picked type of, that was the theme of my life. Right. I'm the last one picked, if I'm picked at all. I'm never in the popular group. Right. I'm never allowed into that popular group. I'm never allowed in to hang with those guys. And the list goes on and on and on. OK, so I just wanted to pause for a minute because sometimes I can get so excited about teaching that I forget sometimes that I need to share my story. I need to remind you of my background, of where I came from, because I want you to understand that I empathize with you, that I understand. Okay. And so the things that I'm about to share with you, I want you to be very, very clear. The reason I'm confident in what I'm sharing is because there's been a transformation in my life that has taken place because of the thing that I'm going to share with you. So it's not theory, it's not hearsay. It's not, I read it in a book. I watched a YouTube video and got all gassed up. Dude, I'm talking from like a real life experience. You feel me? From someone who, before I could know myself, before I could understand who or what I was, all of my confidence got ripped to shreds, torn down, right? Before I could even, learn who I was or have any identity, I was made to feel worthless. I was made to feel like trash, like a throwaway. You guys have heard the story, right? At 21, having a gun put to my head. And I told them, man, like, I'm not giving up what I got, right? They were trying to rob me for some weed. I'm like, I'm not giving up what I got with a gun put to my head, right? And dude pulled the trigger, man. I was ready to die. I was ready to give my life because of the value that I didn't see, because of the worth I didn't see, because of the significance within myself that I didn't see. You feel me? So I want you to know that I come from a place of having zero. Let me go back to my screen. I want you to be very, very clear about this. I come from a background of having zero confidence. Zero. My life was going to be nothing but smoking weed and robbing people and just hanging out with the homies on the block. That's all my ambitions were. Smoke some weed, make some music, hang out with the homies, rob some folks, do my thing, in and out of jail, right? That was the sum total of my life. And I was convinced that was it for me until I found God, or until God redeemed me. You feel me? So guys, to myself, in and of myself, I would have never developed confidence. And many of you out here today, many of you, you've been wanting to be more confident. You've been wanting to walk with your head up. You've been wanting to walk with your back straight. You feel me? You've been wanting to look people in the eye. You've been wanting to have a voice in this world. And it's been difficult for you. And so the reason that I'm so passionate and the reason I go so hard on this topic is because I'm tired of the crap that these, YouTubers or these, so-called, gurus or these, content creators. Yeah, I'm coming kind of strong because the crap that people are selling, the crap that people are pushing on us, these ego-driven, like I say, ego-driven, ineffective methods to building up our confidence. And they're not telling the truth. And to be honest, dude, I think some of these cats ain't telling the truth because they don't know it. They've been fed the same crap, and all they're doing is repackaging the crap. They were fed the crap. They believed the crap. It really didn't work for them, but they saw an opportunity to repackage it and to keep pushing it out, regurgitating, right? We live in this replica world, right? Where there's no real original anything, right? Everything's just a replica. You feel me? Yes, I'm on a soapbox this morning. I'm on a soapbox right now, right? But enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough with the substance-less. Yeah, that ain't a word. I'm making up my own words right now, right? The substance, because it lacks substance. It lacks power. It lacks, what we need, right? They call them empty calories. You feel me? It's like an empty calorie method to developing self-confidence. I'm gonna get back to the program in just a moment. Okay, you've endured my rant. Okay, I'm gonna pull it back in. You've endured my rant. Let's get back to the program. Okay, guys, I know, because that's your boy. That means I love you. If I'm ranting like this, just know that it's all in love. All right, so let's get back to it. Okay, 3 of the most popular ego-driven, ineffective pieces of crap when it comes to this is how you build self-confidence, right? This is what we've been taught. This is what we've regurgitated. This is what we've, we continue to just push out there. Number 1, get out of your comfort zone. Duh. Get out of your comfort zone. Well, there's a whole different approach to that I've learned and that I understand. I don't have time to go into it today, but this idea of getting out of our comfort zone is basically doing something that's not comfortable. But in order for you to do that, right, you have to have some level of confidence in yourself, or you have to be forced. But for you to just do it, just get out of your comfort zone. Okay. Number 2, do it scared. That's a real popular one nowadays. Just do it scared. Yeah, but if I'm scared enough, how am I gonna do it? Come on, guys. Number 3, just face your fears. Right? That's real ego driven. Just face your fears. Man, I got these fears for a reason. And for many of us, our fears are deep rooted, man. Like I said, my fears took me back to like 1st grade. Right? Some of my fears took me back to the womb before my mama even pushed me out, right? Because if you don't know, now you know, we endure a lot of emotional drama in the womb. Whatever your mama going through, whatever she's witnessing, whatever she's feeling, right? Whatever chemical imbalances she's dealing with, that stuff gets pushed on to you. So let's get really real. Some of this stuff we're dealing with, it started before we were even born. So for somebody to just say, get out of your comfort zone. Yeah, that sounds nice, right? But this comfort zone is protecting me. It's all I got. It's all I've ever known. Just do it scared. Okay, yeah, but I'm scared. That's the problem. I don't have any confidence in myself to be able to do something that scares me. All I know is back up and retreat and cave in. Just face your fears. I don't want to face my Goliath. My Goliath is scary. This dude is 9 feet tall. You feel me? Right? Taking it to the biblical perspective. It's like, dude, my Goliath is 9 foot tall. He got on armor, man. I don't see how I could possibly overcome this dude. So, guys, let's get really real for a moment. All right? Let's get really real. And how do we really begin to cultivate real confidence? I mean, real confidence. Somebody say that with me. Real confidence, right? Sustainable confidence, right? Confidence that's going to stick with you for your life. But this is how it begins. It begins by understanding what it is. Some of those questions I asked you in the beginning, it was to set you up for this. Check this out. What is confidence? If you're watching on the tube, and you should be watching on the tube. If you're just listening to me on Apple Podcasts, awesome. Spotify, Google Podcasts, right? Wherever you are, iHeartRadio, awesome. But I want you to come on over here to the YouTube, man. Come see my face. Come, let's look virtually eye to eye. Let's chop it up, right? Let's get the full experience. You feel me? Let's get the full experience. Because I want you to begin to see visually what I'm putting up on these slides, not just listening to it. That's cool. If you download me there, that's awesome. But I also encourage you to come over to the YouTube channel, subscribe, right? Get that notification and join me every Wednesday morning, every Sunday morning, and see what I'm actually putting up on the screen so that you can connect what you hear with what you see. Confidence, okay? Confidence. It is from the Latin word confidentia. In other words, this is translated as having full trust. Remember earlier I was like, listen, do me a favor. I want you to trust this person, right? Trust this person. Okay? This is about having a full trust, okay? A full trust. That's what confidence is, a full trust. This is why it's so difficult for us to develop it by just doing something. Do it scared, get out of your comfort zone, face your fears. Well, confidence, to have the confidence to even do any of those things, you have to trust that you're going to be okay. You have to trust that you're going to live beyond that moment. You have to trust that you're going to come out on the other side. So guys, let's look at these three points, these three progressions when it comes to confidence. Confidence starts with trust, right? Because that's what it really is, to have full trust. So confidence starts with trust. Where does trust come from? Where does trust come from? Trust starts with knowledge. Remember earlier we asked the question, hey, trust this guy, believe in this guy, have confidence in this guy. And you're like, nah, I can't do that. And I'm like, why? Why can't you do that? And you're like, well, I don't know them. See, I don't know you. How can I trust you? Well, if you don't know yourself, how can you trust yourself? AKA, how can you have confidence in yourself? How can you do it scared? How can you face your fears? How can you get out of your comfort zone if you don't know who you are? If you don't know what you are? If you don't know why you are, right? And where does knowledge start? It starts with the creator of a thing. Right now, I have a sparkless water bottle in my hand. My wife and I just returned home from a morning run. We're preparing for this half marathon that we're going to do in Vegas in a couple of months. And got this water bottle, trying to replenish. And when I look at this water bottle, I don't know who invented the water bottle. I don't know who created it. God bless them. Right. So we can take water wherever we go. God bless the person who created. Shout out and salute to whoever created water bottles. But listen, they created it for a reason. Right. Now, if you just handed me a bottle, right, with no label on it, just a bottle, and I didn't know what it was, who do you think is the best person for me to ask, hey, what is this? Right? You handed me an object, right? I've never been introduced to a water bottle, and you just put it in my hand, and you say, hey man, what's that? And I'm like, I don't know. And you're like, okay, so who do you think you should ask to discover what that is? Why it's used, what its purpose, what's its purpose, right? Am I saying that right? What's its purpose? Yeah. Or what is its purpose? I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say. But who's the best person to ask, right? The creator. Why? Because the creator is the one who made it. They made it, right? And I'm jumping ahead a little bit on my slides, but they made it. They know what it is. They know why they made it, what it's best used for, what it's able to do, what it's capable of doing, its capacity. It knows all of that because that thing began in the mind of the creator. So who knows it best? So on the screen, you're seeing this here. You don't trust yourself because you don't know yourself. See, many of us are trying to create and cultivate confidence and develop confidence. But confidence, like we just learned, comes from a trust in oneself. But the trust in oneself comes from a knowledge of oneself. So you don't really know yourself, so you can't. You just can't. Without knowledge that expands our capacity, you don't have the capacity to trust yourself. Man, I pray this is making sense. See, I'm tired of the crap and the fluff. I want to start working with people to help them dig a little deeper and to understand, yo, man, how does this thing work? What's really going on here? What's really happening with me? You don't know yourself yet. And that's okay. I didn't know myself either. Right? I didn't know myself either. I was lied to. I took on identities that weren't true because of the way people treated me and what they said to me and what they did to me. And I developed my own definition for what I was and for who I was. I never asked my creator. I didn't even know about a creator at that time. You feel me? So you don't trust yourself because you don't know yourself. All right. So let's move on. Got a few more slides here. Like I just said, who better to ask about something than the creator of it? You guys knew. You knew it. You knew where I was going. Oh, yes, you knew where I was going. I'm going to always, the day you're tired of me pointing you back to God is the day you need to unsubscribe. I'm going to just be real with you. I'm willing to lose listenership. I'm willing to lose subscribers on YouTube. I'm willing to lose people on my email list. Listen, the day you think, or the day you're tired of me taking you back to the creator, leading you back to him, the day you say, Travell, I just want you to be positive. I just want you to talk about positive. I just want you to, just feed me fluff. I just want you to just give me, 10 steps to X, Y, and Z, but let's leave God out of it. The day you want me to be that guy is the day you need to go ahead and just leave me alone. Because I'm always lead you back to him. Because God is what changed my life. My creator is what changed my life. And all roads lead back to God. Can I just be real? All roads lead back to God. Because he's your creator. And how can you possibly know yourself without knowing the one who, number one, knows you best, but the one who actually created you? So on the screen, you see 3 options, but the first option, and really, listen, it's not even an option. It's really a progression. Okay. It's really a progression. We're going to start with the Bible. You mean I got to read the Bible? Yes. The Bible. Yeah, man. The word of God. Because the word of God contains the thoughts of God, the intentions of God, the purposes of God, which include you. Genesis 1, let us create man. The very first book of the Bible lets you know that he wanted you to live and to be and to breathe and to have and existence. He wanted you here on the planet we call the earth. He wanted you here. It begins by telling the story that he wants you here and that he deeply and richly loves you and cares for you. Yes. So we want to start with the Bible. We want to begin with opening up our Bibles to Genesis and understanding he created me. He wants me. If he created you, he wants you. He needs you. Yes, God needs you. So first and foremost, your confidence will come from knowing that you're wanted, knowing that you're needed, knowing that you have a place in this world, knowing that you have a space in this world, knowing that your purpose preceded you, right? The purpose for your life came before your presence. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say that again for the people in the back. Your purpose preceded your presence. That'll preach. Oh yeah, man. Mic drop. Mic dropper. Oh yeah, man. Absolutely. Your purpose preceded your presence. The only reason you here is because you're here to do something dope, something awesome, something amazing. And get this, something only you can do. If that ain't confidence for you, I don't know what is. Which one you want? Do it scared, face your fears, get out of your comfort zone. Or you are a creation. You are an idea of the creator. You exist because you have a purpose that preceded your presence. Which one you want, right? A lot of ego-driven crap. B, some substance from the source of your life. Come on, man. Which one you want? So your confidence begins with you understanding you learning you. So I subscribe to you. I prescribe to you as a doctor. I prescribe. You feel me? If you're having symptoms, if you're suffering from symptoms of low self-esteem, low self-confidence, low self-value, low self-worth, then my prescription to you is the scriptures found in the Bible that tell you how precious your presence is in this world. Let's start there. And let's let them scriptures sit on you long enough to take root. Don't just read them one time, read them a million times. Read them until that's all you think about. Read them until that's all you see. Read them until that's all you think. You feel me? Read them until that's all you think. Because the reason you don't have confidence is because you're learning about everyone else. You're learning about everything else, but you don't learn about you. So you got confidence in everything else. You got confidence in everybody else. You feel me? Soapbox time, really quick. Soapbox time. You have confidence. You got uber confidence in everything else, everyone else, because that's all you think about. You're thinking about them on TV. You're thinking about them on YouTube, them on IG, them on Facebook, them on TikTok. You're thinking about them. You're learning them. You're watching them. So all you know is them. So you got a gang of confidence in their ability to live an awesome life because you're watching their shows, you're watching their documentaries, you on Netflix all day, you binging on this and that all day. And so you know about everyone else's life. You watching the news and all these different things. So you're consumed with the fears of the world and the rumors of the world. And so you got confidence that the world is bad and people are bad and cops are bad and this is bad and this organization is bad and there's a conspiracy over here. We got uber confidence in everything that we consume. Confidence comes from what we consume. Oh yes, confidence comes from what we consume. That's why you have confidence in everyone else and everything else except you, because you're consuming everything else and everyone else, and you're leaving very little time, if any time, for you. The greatest form of self-development is self-discovery. You spend most of your time discovering everyone else and everything else. So you are you are grossly consumed, right? You are grossly confident in everyone else and everything else because that's all you're consuming. It's time for you to begin to consume what God says about you. And I hope and pray that that makes total sense. All right. Two more, guys. After reading the Bible, you got spiritual and personal or personality assessments. You feel me? You can do assessments. They're free. They're online, right? I subscribe them all. I prescribe them all the time, right? You learn more about yourself through these spiritual and personality, spiritual gifts, personality traits. They even got strength tests, right? Through this amazing organization called Strength Finders, right? My wife and I, we've done those tests as well. This is why I'm so confident. This is why I'm so strong in myself through the grace of God. But this is why I'm so confident in myself, because I know so much about myself. I spend so much time learning me so that I can be built up in the capacity to better serve you. That's why some of us are not able to serve consistently, because there's not enough substance, there's not enough depth and knowledge of self to be able to sustain you, to be able to pour into other people long term. That's just a side note. Someone needed to hear that. Okay, you're shallow. You're shallow on the substance of self. You're shallow. Right? So you have a lot of insecurities. You have a lot of personal hangups and issues within yourself. So it's hard for you to serve other people. Okay. And then lastly, personal observations. That's meditation, right? The practice of beholding oneself, right? I don't have time to go into all of these. In fact, let me share with you something. This actually, today's episode was actually inspired by a course that I'm creating on self-confidence, right? A lot of these slides and a lot of this information I'm pulling from a larger course that I'll be offering this fall on self-confidence, how to really build self-confidence, because this is one that, like I said, people email me all the time. They ask me in person. A lot of people are still struggling with self-confidence, and so just wanted to give you guys the heads up that I'm literally in the midst of creating a whole university, like a whole catalog. But one of the primary courses that I'm really going to be pushing this fall is this one here on self-confidence. So, personal observations, guys, taking time, getting quiet, and really, really observing oneself. What are my gifts? What are my talents? What am I good at? What do I do well? What do I find myself doing without getting paid for it? What do I do that many people compliment me on? What can I do all day long and never get tired of doing it? Those are all what I call breadcrumbs, clues to why you should be confident. You were created, fully loaded, suited and booted with all types of amazing abilities that can be used and were purposed to be used, not only for God's glory, but for the edification of society. That's right. You are a contribution to the betterment of our society. That's a part of what God created in you, to be a contribution. Okay. Doesn't this sound a whole lot better than do it scared, get out of your comfort zone, face your fears, right? Doesn't this sound a whole lot better? Yeah, I think it does. All right, guys, last slide, and I'm gonna get up out of here. We hit our 40-minute mark. Yes, indeed, we did. Your support, guys, your support is significant. Guys, support me. I am sincerely asking for your support. And if you're watching on the tube, then you see the screen. These are 4 ways that you can support this podcast, this experience, right? This ministry. And I literally, I'm just being 100, man. I need your support. Help a brother out. Help this ministry, this message, this mission, continue to grow and expand and reach new territory, man. So number one, if you guys have any questions, because I want to really make sure that there's clarity. If you have, if you guys have any questions, email me at info@iamthepossible.com, questions or prayer requests. All right. I have a going a prayer list that I lift up and cover every day. Right. And if you want to be added to that prayer list, just email me. You can give me a very generic, high level, hey, pray for me for my family, or pray for me for my husband or my girlfriend, whatever. Right. But if you have any questions or prayers that you need to be covered, then go ahead and email me, info@iamthepossible.com. Secondly, my YouTube channel, right? You guys know that YouTube is like the world's second largest search engine. Okay. And so if you watch YouTube, you watch videos, or you got people that watch YouTube videos, go over to, YouTube, I'm the Possible, or just type in my name, Travell C.W. Lynch. I'm going to pop up, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so that when I drop my new videos, every Wednesday for the podcast, every Sunday for the podcast, and then throughout the week, as God leads me, I drop additional videos and content, man, to help keep you built up. But you'll get the notification so that you don't miss any of this information. So head over to iAMthepossible or Travell C.W. Lynch at YouTube. All right, get on that channel. That helps to support. That helps to push the word out. You got other people that watch YouTube, let them know to go over there and subscribe, and then share, right? Whether it's Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeart, wherever you're listening, share, man. Tell a friend, tell somebody, let somebody know that this information is available. Tell somebody, all right? You getting built up, you getting encouraged, someone else needs that as well. And then lastly, Apple Podcasts, right? Obviously, that's the number one kind of podcast in the world, I guess. But your reviews, right? I want to highlight this one for your reviews. If I've shared something with you, said something to you, helped you in any way, then I'm asking for you to go over to Apple Podcasts on your phone and drop a review. Right? It don't got to be 5 stars. It could be 1 star. It could be no stars, but just your feedback, right? This podcast did this for me, or this podcast helped me to see this, or, in this episode, it made me feel this way, right? Leave me a review on Apple. I would greatly appreciate it. Just need your feedback. All feedback is good. Right? Because if it's quote negative feedback, then it helps me to improve. If it's good feedback, then it helps me know where to really press in. So all of your feedback is valuable. So all right, guys. I really hope that this episode, that this experience helped. I'm extremely passionate about this topic. This one is close to my heart because I know what it means to not have any confidence, right? You guys have heard me say, maybe if you ever read my bio somewhere, or maybe you've heard me, preach at church or something like that. I preach self-value because I know what it means to not have any. Well, the same is true with confidence. I preach self-confidence because I know what it means to not have any, man. I know what it means to live and not be able to trust myself, to not be able to really believe in myself, right? So this one, man, if you guys have just the unction to share this one out, tag a friend, let somebody know, share it across social media. This one I really, really, really want to get to as many people as I possibly can. So if you're watching or listening, please help me out in that. Let someone else know about this episode. Okay, we're in this thing together. All right, guys, that's it. That is it. Man, it's almost like I never want to shut it down because I enjoy this and I enjoy hanging with you so much, but gotta shut it down. Gotta move on to the next one, right? All right, guys, love y'all, praying for y'all, believing in y'all. Until next time, this is Travell C.W. Lynch, Mr. What? I am your self-worth specialist, and this is the I Am the Possible podcast. podcast experience. Yes, the place where your possibilities become perspective. Your perspective. Until next time, peace.